Well, hello, everybody. I'm Huell House. Hi, I'm Huell House. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Huell House. Hi, I'm Huell House. Wait a minute. There's a helicopter coming here. Wait a minute. Oh, get out of here. Wow. Look. What is that? Let's get it out of here. Look at this. I thought what was my feet. Look at this. Oh, my God. And there they are, Louie, up there. That is an amazing sight to see as we continue our search for California's gold.
Well, here we are again, folks, with Huell's Gold. I can't believe
yes,
we're doing
sir.
This again. This is episode 75. I'm Chris.
I'm Alan.
Here we go again. Second time around with this social distancing version of it. It's weird,
hopefully
man.
it's getting better step by step. We'll see.
Yeah, we're trying a new version of it this time around that, I mean, it looks really pro. If you could see our computer screens, it looks like we know what we're doing. Very, very small chance that it's going to turn out great, but hey.
I'm in a fort right now.
I know.
So
we're zooming. We're distant. We're distant. That's all that counts.
We're so distant.
So
Duh.
I wanted to ask you, like, what's your life been like with all this craziness lately? Like, any big changes or anything that you've had to deal with?
Never leaving the house.
I mean, that obviously that everyone's doing that, but like,
right? And well,
you're still going to work.
Yeah, I'm working from home.
Oh, that's news to me. I didn't know. I thought you were still having to go in and get your temperature taken every day.
No, that stopped. Yeah.
Okay.
So, man, after you eat a spicy burrito and you have to get your forehead zapped with a thermometer.
Laser temp.
It's a little sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not getting that anymore. I've been at home since, let's see. It would have been last Tuesday.
Okay. Well, I went out today, but whoops! Don't tell on me. No, it's all to it's legit stuff, sorta. Because whenever when school got closed, like across the state of California, I was not mentally prepared for that because it's my first year teaching. I was like having to ramp up for what the heck I was going to do for a whole summer off. I haven't had a summer off since I was, 15 something. And then all of a sudden, bam, it's 2.5 months premature. I didn't know what to do. So I'm doing all these home improvement projects. I've been sending you videos of me fumbling my way through things. And I had to get a shop vac today. So I ran over to Harbor Freight and
Oh, Harbor Freight. Okay.
Oh, yeah. It's closer.
No.
I mean,
I get it.
It seemed like there'd be less traffic, like foot traffic in the store than a Home Depot or something.
Right. But you could pick up a hot dog at Home Depot. You don't eat meat. Never mind.
Do they still do hot dogs or is it taco trucks?
No, the one on Rosedale. No, you're right. No, the one on Rosedale. That is a taco truck. Never mind.
I mean,
the hot dog truck's at Lowe's on Coffee
okay.
Road. Yeah.
Let us know on social media if your Home Depot or Lowe's still has hot dogs or if it has changed to taco trucks. Because, yeah, getting that hot dog was a thrill of childhood. It's the only reason I would want to go to, well, it wasn't Home Depot back then. It was Home Base, but.
Home Base, yeah. Or Builder's Emporium.
Yeah, there you go. But, yeah, we're just, I'm completely remodeling a whole room, which is nuts because I have no idea what I'm doing. But whatever, I haven't burned the house
you're
down.
Fine.
Dude,
yeah.
You don't even know. I mean,
I know. I saw you.
I haven't broken anything, but.
Well, you sent me that video of you scraping the popcorn ceiling and falling in your mouth.
Yeah, right.
And everything.
With all the asbestos, just swallowing asbestos. Yeah, that was fun.
In your eyes and in your mouth, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was one of those things where I just thought, I hate this. I've always hated it. I want to get rid of it. I wonder if it comes off. And Aaron was standing there, and I was like, let's just see. And I just scraped, and I thought it would be like I would just scrape off a couple of the little knobs on there, and just like 6 square feet fell off. It's like, oh shoot, I guess I'm doing this now. And then just did it. I had one face mask left from mowing the lawn. That's what I bought those for. So.
And then you made your bandana face mask after that?
Well, no, I actually made one out of a T-shirt thanks to our homie Zach's instructional video that he sent us.
Nice. Oh, that's true. Yeah. I forgot about that. I made a video. Maybe I should put that up on our stories.
Was it you that made the video or Zach?
Zach made a video, but then I made a longer, more detailed video.
Dude. that sums you up very well.
You know.
Longer and more detailed.
Well, so I have a question for you.
All right.
Have you put on the COVID-19?
What? Is this a
19 pounds staying home?
I haven't heard that joke yet. I'm working on it.
Yeah, I've been eating the worst food, but it's so good.
Yeah. I mean, I have always had the issue of I'm sitting at home. I know there's food here. I bought it. I know it's good. And I'll just eat too much. So I've had to I have to stick to meal times. Like, nope, this is eating time. Can't eat right now.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah,
that's
sucks.
hard. Well, you remember Zach? We referred to him. Zach's our friend here. He's not like anyone would know, but we referred to him as a Snacky Zachy. And so,
I don't remember that.
So I've been a Snacky Zachy, walking around the house just getting Nutella toast. That's sort of
that's your thing these days.
Yeah, and toasted peanut butter and jelly. I don't know why. Huh. It's just something I've been eating way too much of it though. Anyway, it's enough of my food story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's fitting for this week's episode because we talked about it last week. This was your choice for our let's get back in the swing of things. Just like, scattershot. Who cares what episode it is?
Uh-huh.
And like I said, it's Thai Town, a neighborhood in Los Angeles. I mean, I did not know what I was getting myself into, but let's just say that the basis of the episode is about restaurants or just like Thai food in general on the surface.
Yeah, and it gets, we don't use this term lightly, but it gets butt wild.
Yeah. So this is an episode of Visiting. So we're not even in California's gold territory. We're in Visiting, and it seems like, did you catch the year by any chance when this was?
I did not. I want to say it's early 2000s, though.
Yeah,
2002, I think.
Because you can tell by his, the amount of salt in his salt and pepper hair. So,
oh, man.
Visitings start off differently than California's Golds do because it was really like just slam right into it. Now, later on, there was their own Visiting theme song that would be accompanying it. But in these days, it was just like, thanks to the Ralph M. Parsons Foundation. Well, hello, here we are. And then he's just off. And that's what this one is like. And who is this dude that we start off with? Because,
dude.
You know a lot about this homie right here.
This is my man. Mm-hmm. Okay. Jet Tila, which when I heard his name, the only thing I could think of was Tila Tequila. And I'm sorry, but that's the first thing I thought of.
Of all things, that's what you think of. I mean, his first name is Jet, but you're going that route.
The famous Jet Tila? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I did a deep dive. And I think this show is way later than we thought. I'm pretty sure it's 2009. So,
oh wow, okay.
If I'm reading this right, see, you caught me on my heels here. Let's see,
you did so much research. I'm looking at your notes here.
I did so much research, didn't know the year of the show. Anyway, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where to start?
We got to get. Jet is he's like an onion. Maybe that's the best way to describe him.
Many
and
layers.
not because he's a chef,
Which,
but really,
which he is like not. I mean, he's a chef.
He is a proper chef. Mm-hmm. His name is Jet Tila. That's what he goes by. Mm-hmm. But it's also Tila Common-Cool is his full name, which, he goes by Tila just because it's a little easier to pronounce. This guy, okay, when I say butt wild, he's probably, in terms of doing background, some research on the person, you have no idea on the surface. Because he is kind of pointing out what ingredients are in, food and what they have here and what they have there. Oh, papaya salad here. And...
More than your average dude that would just be hanging with Huell. This is an expert.
Yes. So I'm just going to read a few things that I found. Well, the first thing, and it's the coolest thing to me, is that he has battled Chef Masaharu Morimoto on Iron Chef America. And I did not... That's real. That's not me making it up. The Tila Tequila thing, that's made up.
Yeah.
This is real. Okay, so he's also launched multiple restaurants. He was educated at Le Cordon Bleu, the California Sushi Academy. He's opened a cafe at Google headquarters in Silicon Valley. He has an Asian food line through Schwann's Home Service, which I thought was... That's
the trucks that go around, right? And deliver food?
It's like the tan color. I can't quite describe the color of it.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you've seen them in your neighborhood, like at least if you're in like a big enough city.
Oh, yeah.
Just those trucks that go around and deliver people frozen dinners and stuff? Are they frozen?
Yeah,
I assume. I've never done it.
And I don't know what they look like inside, but they feel like they could make great camper. These camper conversions people are doing?
Yeah. Oh, okay. The trucks, and they're taking the food.
No, the trucks. People are taking them and doing, van life or whatever. I've seen people take ambulances, or an ambulance, I should say. And to me, if you're worried about a haunted house,
dude,
shouldn't you be more worried about a haunted ambulance? Like, I don't know.
That's so scary when you say that.
So anyway, Schwann's.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got. What do we got here?
Well, skip to the end of your notes there, because that's like...
No, he does melting pot food tours of Thai Town, so he still keeps us going, which I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has other restaurants, whatever. Okay, my man has set 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 world records. Created the largest stir fry at 4,010 pounds.
Which you sent me that video, and I was just like, this is that same dude from the... it's so funny.
And he has like his left arm has a sleeve.
Mm-hmm. Like tattoos.
And then he's wearing a firefighter hat. Whoa, this is weird. So anyway, he set a world record, the world's largest stir fry, the world's largest seafood stew at 6,600 pounds, and the largest California roll at 422 feet.
That's he like also longer than a football field. Dang sushi roll. That's so funny.
So he also has a YouTube channel called Jet Fuel is the name of the channel.
This guy, he's so cool. He's like one of the coolest guys that's ever been on any Huell show.
It's so true. And my favorite video series on his YouTube channel is Ready, Jet, Go.
He's a pun master, chef, world record holder. Love Jet.
He's awesome though.
So Jet's like in the whole episode. He's kind of like the guide, right?
Yes, I would say so.
And they start off right at, what is this place called? The Old Palms Thai? Is that where we start?
Yes. Yeah. No, sorry, it's just Palms Thai. That place actually, that same location is now called Thai Patio.
Okay.
So Palms Thai has moved a few blocks away. Still on Hollywood Boulevard, but yeah.
Okay. Still in Thai Town, I'm assuming. Or
Yeah,
they,
but when
they
you go to
expanded the borders or something.
and when you go to their website, they remind you to not be fooled by imitators. So there you go.
So Huell and Jet start off like on the sidewalk outside of the Palms, and then Huell just decides, oh, let's go talk to these loiterers out in the parking lot. And I guess this Volcom sweatshirt should have given you a clue as to like, well, all of the fashion is really good, because we're jumping like what 10, 15 years ahead in fashion terms here.
Yeah, dude. So this the Volcom guy. Were they a little I don't know, maybe a little tipsy?
They were something, that's for sure.
Because I don't think it was just him. I don't think he had some disability or anything. I think that they were all just having a good time.
No, totally.
And the way that in my head, to me, that they were also sipping on Thai culture.
That's a good way to put it.
Well, anyway, he because he's still trying to engage, which I thought was really nice.
The Volcom
Although for me,
sweatshirt guy.
Yeah. He kind of sounds like, because I think he's, like I said, they're a little tipsy.
Mm-hmm.
But he sounds like what he imagines surfers to sound like.
Like he's doing an impression.
Yeah. So, and then you have what else do you got? Oh, they point to this is where they first introduced Thai Elvis.
And
they mention
that is the star of the show. Like, if there's going to be a star, which it's crazy to me that we have Jet, and he's so accomplished, but he's totally upstaged by Thai Elvis.
Oh, but before we get there,
yes,
the same group of people, right? The guy with the bucket hat. I don't know his name, but the guy with the bucket hat.
Yeah,
Gilligan, whatever you want to call him. I don't know, but
it's a look.
He
it's a good look.
He points to Thai Elvis's Cadillac, right? That's backed into a handicap spot.
Dude.
And has T. Elvis on the license plate with an American flag somehow mounted to the passenger fender. Okay, this is what the guy with the bucket hat says. He says, his ride says it all.
It does. I mean, there's no mistaking whose car this is with T. Elvis.
Dude, TL, and then Huell just gives it the Thai Elvis. And then the T2 is T. Elvis.
I wanted to throw it to a clip there, but unfortunately when Huell says that, because they're standing on the sidewalk, a bunch of motorcycles just roll on by, and it totally just blares out the audio, so you can't even hear it. But
yeah,
you just have to deal with Alan's impression.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Trust me. It's terrible.
So on we go into or towards the front of the restaurant, and Huell's doing his Huellness of just being amazed by everything, kind of checking everyone out, talking to strangers, and Jet's kind of just like giving the lowdown on everything, but then there's a few interviews outside.
The sweetest lady in the world? Is that what you're going to talk about right now?
Yeah. Because it looks like a family is waiting to go in, and it's like standing room only as soon as you get in the restaurant. Nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And then right off the bat, is this the owner, you think?
Yes. This is Sam's.
Oh, this is Sam's. Okay.
This is Sam's. Yeah, the guy with the walkie-talkie.
Yeah. It's so crowded he can't even talk to anyone in the restaurant. He's got to use walkie-talkies.
Oh, man. Yeah, the place is packed, too.
Yeah, and I think it was about 40 seconds from the minute or the second that Huell gets in the door to him putting his finger really close to someone's food, about 40 seconds. He could not help himself.
Oh, man. So when Huell is talking to Sam's, I think I've heard it say Sam's multiple times. I'm going to go with Sam's.
Yeah.
I'm not confident, but I'm 80% there. So he mentions to Huell, because Huell's talking about how busy it is there, and just, man, this place is really happening.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Sam says, We make all of our sauces here, not from the can. That's why you see it crowded.
I mean,
so
the sauce is where it's at.
It's true, though.
And it's interesting that because Huell makes a comment about it's like a diverse crowd. And, you could have just left it at that and understood what he meant. Sam's took it a little further, right?
He broke it down. He's all he's basically, I'm paraphrasing, the composition of my clientele is 20% Thai, 80% American, 20% mix.
I didn't get what he meant by that. Like, are they like multiracial people, or is it like could be anything in there?
Yeah, he wasn't specific. I'd imagine just everyone else.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Although American's kind of hard to,
It's a melting pot, man.
It's true.
Melting pot. So, a couple interesting interviews go on as Huell bombards people's dinners and puts his face or his hand right near people's faces. Anything of note that you caught?
Yeah. So stop it right here. This guy. Okay, so when Huell was walking there, so the part we can't miss. This is the first of Huell's cultural faux pas that he makes, and that's he looks at the person singing on the stage and he says, "Is that Thai Elvis?" And Sam says, "No, he's Japanese."
And the guy's obviously singing like a really soft, like folk song too. Nothing Elvis-y about it whatsoever.
So that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then as he's walking, there's the lady. So she wants to get into the shot and just say something. Mm-hmm. And the way that Huell's microphone picks it up is just, what did she say? She just kind of from far away, from Ohio to see Thai Elvis. He's like, what? And then the guy adds behind her, from Cincinnati to be exact. And then their buddy that's behind them, he has like a tribal button-up shirt with he has a unlit cigarette in his mouth.
Dude. With
so
like
their
that
interest,
rockabilly kind of shirt he had on too.
Yeah, and like how interested they were in it, and how he couldn't have been less interested.
Yeah.
They averaged out just to being people that showed up on and off.
That's a good way to put it. Oh man.
Oh dude, yeah. So that's as far as I got. That's walking there, and both Huell and Jet having to squeeze super close.
Yeah,
people that are eating,
because it's packed. Like the restaurant, like the tables are close together, and Huell's definitely touching people's shoulders with his hips as he goes down the rows.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to, where are we at? We're at about 7.5 minutes in. Huell's definitely touched that person's pork right there. That's for sure.
Yes, for sure.
This is also is this where Jet is like breaking down the food, the papaya salad?
Oh yeah. So yeah, he's all slow, simmered trout with lime, papaya salad, curry, cold Thai salad, grilled pork dish.
Now, okay, before we get on to the next interview, the super fan in another bucket hat, did you catch if Jet works for the Palm restaurant, or is he like just a fan? Like, I don't get the connection.
To me, this is the germ that would become his melting pot tour. I'm guessing. This is kind of what he does. This is what I got from it. I don't know if this is true. But yeah, so I was going to mention too, when Huell first, before we get to the Fear and Loathing guy,
the Hunter S. Thompson guy. Yeah.
The first guy Huell talks to, he's just eating,
Yeah.
And he's already afraid because Huell puts his hand right over that lady's head. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh gosh, if he's willing to do that to her, what's he going to do when he walks over here? And he just goes and talks to him like, what are you eating? And he's just being really friendly, being Huell. And all he can get out is beefs.
Multiple kinds of beefs. Oh, man.
Okay. That's all I got on that.
Then we do move on to Fear and Loathing. And This goes fast, but it's obvious that this guy's dream has just come true. Huell Hauser has just come into his world, and he's getting to tell him how big of a fan he is, which was always my dream as well, which obviously is never going to happen. But I don't know, like, do you think he handled it well? The whole situation here?
Huell or Hunter?
Hunter.
He did his best, but he did he referred to Huell as a starlet, which
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of showing your cards. You're pretty excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
I would be too. I'm not making fun. I mean, I'd be
yeah. That's why I'm thinking, like, he actually did better than I ever could have if I had been in that situation. Because, like, it was something I'd always dreamed of. Oh man, I wish this could happen. But if it had, I would just, and I just would have walked away and tried to just watch him talk to people from afar. Because I would have been a jabroni for sure.
No doubt. Me too.
So, are we moving on now? Is it like?
Yeah, I mean, we get a nice shot of the Japanese folk singer.
Mm-hmm.
Is he singing "It's a Wonderful World"?
That's what it sounded like to me. Did you notice the caricature of Thai Elvis below him, though? Like, obviously, this is the opening band, and Thai Elvis is the main act.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Let me go back on the video because we're.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
there. It's like a Venice
awesome.
Beach caricature of Thai Elvis, which you'd only know if you see him later in the episode and go back and watch it.
Man,
so
that's a good one too.
Yeah. I wonder if that's still there.
I hope so.
I asked some of my friends who live in LA if they've ever heard of Thai Elvis or have been to these restaurants, and they all say no. Which sucks because now it's like hard to go to a restaurant. I mean, they could obviously get takeout, but they're not going to get in there, especially because this place like moved down the street, so it's visually going to look different. But
right, yeah, and So I was going to ask you this. Mm-hmm. Does it kind of remind you of? Because I was thinking of like strip mall Thai food, which I guess is what this is. Does it remind you of like Singatai?
Totally.
Or something in
Singatai
town?
like 10 years ago, because they've like kind of they've fraunched it up a bit in there, and definitely looks good. I mean Singatai is my number 2 in town. Obviously, we've talked about this before, but for one reason only. The food is comparable to my other favorite Thai restaurant in Bakersfield, which is Thai House. Shout out to Thai House.
Yeah.
My main gripe with Singatai is that when you order a drink, they bring you out a can of whatever you want, and you have to and a glass with ice, which is too big and too much ice. So it's like right off the bat, you're getting 3/4 of a cup.
Yeah,
and it's like such a little gripe, but it's like.
And if you ask, can I get light ice? You just look at you.
You're right. Because I gotta say, neither of us really drink alcohol, so we don't like buy drinks at restaurants. But part of the restaurant experience of any like level is the having someone bring me beverages at my pace of drinking. Like that is the epitome of the restaurant experience, and that's what I base my tipping off of.
Interesting. See, for me, when it comes to drinks, because we always get, we get carbonated water.
Uh-huh.
That's all Kathleen and I drink.
Yeah.
But when I'm in the mood for a root beer, let's say we go to a brewery or something like that, the only thing that there's two things. One, when you ask for a Dr. Pepper and they bring you a Mr. Pibb. You're like, dude, what do you do? What are you doing?
I've been with you in this situation a couple times at least.
Yeah, no thanks. And then when you ask for a root beer, so there's a place we went to, leave it, no name on it. Basically, like, oh, you brew your own root beer? Yeah, we do. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have one then because I love root beer.
Uh-huh.
Pops, a plastic cup on the table with ice in it, right? And then whatever. They basically, it was a plastic cup with ice. It wasn't like a frosted mug, just as you would drink a beer. Like, you don't drink brewed root beer with water. It just doesn't,
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go to the lengths of brewing your own root beer, like, treat it like the golden elixir that it is.
Yeah.
I agree. So
Yeah, so that's my only thing.
I saw a lot of full beverage glasses on the table at the Palm, so I think I would be tipping large and in charge there for sure.
Nice.
So back to the episode.
A big moment.
At about 10 minutes in, there's our guy. And I got to say, when you told me, like, you told me about this episode weeks ago, and you told me about it and how crazy it was. This is not what I expected this guy to look like.
No.
I don't know what I expected, but he is so cool. As soon as he comes in, it's Thai Elvis. Like, there's no other description that you could give. There's no other person this could be.
And it's sort of trippy because he's so timid.
Yeah.
You know? And, I mean, okay, let's set the stage, too.
Yeah.
Huell is opening the door for T Elvis.
Thai
So
Elvis
that should
is
say
in
something.
The building.
Yeah, and Huell's opening the door. So that's a big deal. Also, his name is Kevin. Right?
It kind of breaks the illusion down a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, so Kev, for me, Kevin could be 22 or 45. Like, there's...
Ageless.
He's ageless, but he does mention that he started being Thai Elvis 40 years ago in Thailand.
Which is crazy. Like,
so that means he was 5 years old. I'm just kidding.
He really does not look like older than 40 in this at all.
No, not at all.
He does kind of like have the demeanor of an older guy, though. Like, really polite and kind of quiet. At least, like, old men that I remember being around when I would, like, go to the swap meet and see all these old men kind of looking for Craftsman tools so they could go and trade them in at Sears. Like, that's the kind of guy he's acting like to me.
And it reminds me, too, of that demeanor where when you talk to them, you know, they never say this, but it's sort of, you call those problems. Like, those aren't problems. but they're still nice enough to listen to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Kevin seems cool.
So did you get much information on him? I mean, I did a little research and I couldn't find a ton on this Thai Elvis.
No, not. I mean, not more than he discloses. Which I mean, the interesting thing I thought that he mentioned was that he competed as Elvis in Las Vegas. In like 1978, right? Then he won and got a contract with the Silver Dollar. So,
which I think at that time there were like every hotel had a Elvis impersonator, but I guess like I don't know. It seems like it would be a big deal for like a guy from Thailand to get to impersonate Elvis.
So I'll say something. Okay. I've never met a person that won a competition impersonating Elvis.
No.
So I don't know.
I'm sure it's a select few. It's a rarefied air, if I may say so.
Right.
So I think the funny part is that we meet some of like the people as he's interviewing Thai Elvis, like in the doorway. We see that couple that we met in the beginning, not the couple, like the family, the nicest lady ever that you mentioned. They're still waiting for a table 10 minutes later. And then Sam's comes into frame for a second, talks on his walkie-talkie, and then realizes like, oh shoot, and he just backs away real quick.
Well, talk me out of this view. Okay. So the nicest lady in the world there.
Yeah.
I thought she was she was leaving. Like, this wait is too long. I'm out of here. And then she ran into Huell. In that case.
No, I didn't. I thought maybe she was just going in there just to see if Thai Elvis was playing yet, and maybe like, oh no, he's not in here, and he was.
Look where you pause it at. What's this? 13? There's an open booth right there. I'm looking at it.
Maybe
or is there someone on the other side.
Maybe that's what Sam's was yelling in the walkie, saying like, "Hey, bust that table over there. We got the nicest lady. She's back. Thai Elvis is about to go on." Which
he just slammed. Oh, sorry. You asked me if I did a little more research, and I did. Just a tiny bit. So Twitter, the Twitterverse, whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what was floating around there is that our man Kevin had a stroke in 2011, and that he moved back to Thailand in 2015.
And that's kind of like where the trail goes cold on him.
Yeah. And if anyone knows anything, I'm actually really curious to know where.
Well, if you remember, like the other day, I think last week sometime, I sent you that article about Thai Elvis, or Thai Elvises. Come to find
Very
out
true.
that someone took on the mantle of Thai Elvis. The article didn't really specify if Kevin Thai Elvis was cool with that happening.
Right.
Or if it was like gimmick infringement or something. But
I never heard of that term before, but that makes
it's a wrestling term.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a person that I found, and he was mentioning that. Let's see. Yeah, there are imitations at Thai. There's a Thai Elvis burger at Oinkster. Dang. Well, whatever. I'm trying to read this real quick. Although,
I'm trying to see, like...
what was trippy is that he was actually backed by a live band at some point.
It is kind of weird that there's the stage that is set in the back of the Palms restaurant. It's like a pretty decent-sized stage, and there's tons of equipment everywhere. But he's using a backing track here, which... Hey, whatever. I'm sure.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure real Elvis did too. But I'm trying to it's hard to tell.
What's that red? Is that a red cassette tape he slams in there?
That's what I'm trying to tell. It looks like. No. Because look up at the top. At about 13 minutes, 46 seconds, up top of the mixing board, those are those zip discs. You remember those things?
I do not.
Okay, so when you have some sort of zip drive or like you send something to someone and you want to compress the file, you can make it be a zip file.
Mm-hmm.
That whole concept, as far as I know, don't call me an expert on this, but the way I always thought of it as that there was a company that made like these mega floppy disks that had like way, way, way more storage in them. Because I remember my mom using these things when she worked at some computer company, and I thought like, oh shoot, this is like such a mega disk. And I think they're those because it doesn't look like a cassette. If you look at those ones that are up there on the mixing board, and that's the same thing that he had.
Oh, okay.
Either way, it doesn't, things don't always go to plan. I mean, look at what we're having to do here. We're doing this show, again, socially distant, but we're making it happen.
Yeah, we're trying.
That's exactly what we could say about Thai Elvis. He's trying to make it happen. And, I mean, should we throw it to it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, yeah, you'll see what happens. We'll come back to it. Here it goes.
Kind of sets it all up himself. He has to do his own equipment.
He's got all the, music and the computers up there. He sets up the music, he lays down the tracks, and then he sings along to them.
He's kind of a low-key guy in person.
He's a real quiet kind of guy until the music comes on, and he sounds just like Elvis. He's our Elvis.
When I walk to the door, people, she gonna make a mess kiss me like, don't you ever kiss me once, kiss me twice. Baby night, I know what you will be told. Before los keys, sweet when you come and go, and we're really gonna freeze. If you don't wanna be too big, close eyes. Baby night.
Uh-oh, a few little technical problems.
Well, one-man show, I guess, we have to allow that.
This is amazing, Chad.
What do you think about our Thai Elvis here?
This is amazing. He
He's-
sounds like Elvis.
Like I told you, he sounds just like Elvis.
Okay.
So poor Thai Elvis. I mean, you know,
He got Milli Vanilli, dude.
he got Milli Vanilli'd. I don't know what that system is. If it's a CD, if it's a cassette. It sounded like a CD skip, but
Sucks
you
so
know.
bad.
homeboy, he got Milli Vanilli'd. What else can you say?
But this is what maybe we can say about it. He is an absolute veteran because he just hammers through it.
Doesn't even care.
Not at all.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that
What are you going to say?
he's
right now?
portraying himself as a real singer and he's like fooling people, or everyone's just like, where it's like pro wrestling where everyone knows like, oh, we know it's predetermined. It's not like we think we're being fooled. We're just suspending our disbelief. What do you think?
I want to believe
There's no way he's singing this.
No, that's true. but he plays so often. Maybe his vocal cords are just a little tired. He needs the backup.
Okay, so he's doing like a backing track, like how Britney Spears used to do, or probably still does. I don't know, but there's the backing track that has the auto tune on it, and then she's singing over top, just to like make sure that people are getting their money's worth. Is that what you're saying?
I think so. I don't think he's like a. Didn't that happen to Ashley Simpson too? On SNL,
Something like that, or I think she just didn't have a backing track. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Should we look it up?
Yeah, let's look it up.
Okay.
This is amazing.
All right. So, what did you find out about old Ashley Simpson?
She boofed her singing. She was lip singing.
Okay, so
She
it was Thai Elvis style, Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Thai Elvis didn't play it off as well as Mariah Carey did. So.
Okay. Can you expect him to?
Yeah.
Either way, it's like, would you go to this
Absolutely.
if we were allowed out of the house?
Yes.
Totally agree.
Yes.
Because
But I don't know if I'd watch another one though. Like if someone else said, "Oh, I'm recreating Thai Elvis."
no. I agree. I don't want to go to sorry, bro, whoever you are. I don't want to go see current Thai Elvis. I would have wanted to see the original Thai Elvis.
Absolutely.
I'm sure, but do you think that when I looked up current Thai Elvis, there wasn't a picture associated with it? Hopefully, if someone's listening, they'll be able to tell us. Maybe, does the new Thai Elvis look like the old Thai Elvis? Because this kind of smells like the whole Gallagher thing. Do you know about that?
Mm-mm.
So do you know the comedian Gallagher who smashes watermelons and all that stuff?
Yeah.
So, story goes that he allowed his twin brother to do some of the tour dates for him.
What?
Yes. But then his brother was doing some other dates on the side, calling himself Gallagher. And then original Gallagher sued twin brother Gallagher, and then a whole big old family hoopla.
Dude, I had no idea.
So could current Thai Elvis, is he a lookalike? Is it a whole different thing? Because this dude, you can't top this guy. He's got the moves.
No, he has the whole the moves.
He's got the CDs. He's ready to go.
This guy just looking at him.
At about 16 minutes in, there's the two people who it seems like they just happened to be sat there. They didn't ask for the front row. And then That's how I feel when I go to comedy clubs and I end up in the front row. It's like, oh no, they're just gonna make fun of me the whole time. But you just go with it.
Well, it was 2002. It was a different time.
True. Which you found that out too, yeah. When you looked
I did,
it up.
yeah.
Officially 2002.
Yeah.
So we leave the Palms. We're just going next door? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
And Huell looks up and just, dude, there's no way he's gonna try to pronounce that name.
No.
And so Jet helps him out, and we find out that this is I'm not gonna try to pronounce it either. Although it doesn't look super intimidating, but the translation is the House of Thai Desserts.
Bon Kanam.
Bon Kanam Thai.
Bon Kanam Thai. And it's just like a sweet shop, like a dessert place. It looks like it had some other stuff, but because it's kind of a big store, but there's like the counter, almost like a donut shop where there's all the stuff under glass there.
Yeah.
And then
good.
we meet our next homie.
Are you talking about Lee?
Yeah. And this is a very awkward situation that we seem to be having with this. I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, I have a clip of the interactions going on there a little bit. Do you want to just throw to that?
Yeah, then we could reference those.
Okay. Here's another
Give
clip.
context for it.
Here we go.
All right.
Just
so
walking
this
around.
is your girlfriend over
That's
here?
my wife.
Oh, your wife. Hi. How are you doing?
Very good.
Tell us what we're eating here. What is
Oh,
this?
What? I really don't know. He's eating these. I just had this called Tokyo.
Uh-huh.
The same as the name of city,
Uh-huh.
Tokyo.
So when you come in here, you're learning new things yourself, eating new things yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, this belongs to your husband. I better give it back to him. You were circulating around pretty
Yes.
close there.
Yes.
Now, you married, you are from Thailand?
And I'm from Japan.
From Japan.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is hers. These are Tokyo's.
So there's all this stuff going on. This is not just Thai food here, Thai dessert.
Well, this was influenced by Tokyo, and we've turned it into a Thai dessert.
Okay.
Right.
And before you married her, did you know anything about this food?
そうなんですけど.
What does that mean?
Yes, that's true, but... And then I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. But you're learning along the way.
Sure.
So old Lee over here and is his girlfriend?
No, that's my wife.
Which they're like 15 feet away from each other. And Huell originally just talking to Lee, who, I mean, Lee's look alone could kind of put you in the right time frame of 2002. This guy,
Yeah.
he would have been the coolest guy at my high school, without a shadow of a doubt.
Oh, yeah. Comfortable pants. Doesn't
Uh-huh.
care. Is that a little... Oh, he has a little goatee, too.
Yeah. He's got like
And he has the... it's sort of like Nick Lachey's hair.
Dude, exactly. he's definitely 98 degrees out. Big time.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. But he also has a hard side. He listens to Crazy Town.
And more than just the hit. Like, he bought the whole CD.
And he knows all the lyrics.
Yep.
Okay, so did you notice? So it's at 17:18 before Huell walks over, and before we get to our clip that you just played.
Yeah.
My favorite part is when he's reaching for his sweets as Huell walks away,
Yeah.
and he walks over to his wife, and that happens. So
It's weird when there's like obviously some people who are kind of bombarded by Huell and they don't seem into it. It's rare because a lot of times people are just like go with the flow with him and just like feed off his energy. And then other times it seems like, I don't know, Lee did like seem like he was having a good time. The wife, I didn't get that.
no, and with Lee too. To me, I thought he was making up a story along the way. Like,
Seemed
it
like
did
it.
not seem real.
You think that was really his wife?
Yeah, this.
Like that far of a
Right,
story?
I know. And my favorite part, too, is when Huell shows it to her. So her name is Akatsio.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it.
That's what I heard.
And I like that he goes over to her and she has no idea what he's eating.
No.
She says, I really don't know. He's eating these. And she just points at what he was eating. So, anyways.
Well, this is definitely another instance where Huell has got himself into something that he normally wouldn't do if the cameras weren't rolling, maybe, you think? Like eating this green...
Strange.
Like gelatin dessert
Strange
thing?
I say strange to him. Yeah. And it's just, it doesn't help that they're trying to cut it out and it's just not coming out.
Yeah.
It's just stuck in the...
He seems skeptical the whole time it's being handed to him on the little plastic fork.
But, he doesn't hate it.
And he finishes it. Like, he takes the taste, he thinks about it, listens to Jet, finishes it off. Like, completely. So, he's down.
Yeah. And then... So, I forgot to mention, too, that guy, when Huell first tries to interview him, poor guy tries to grab the microphone with both hands.
Oh, yeah. He's a mic grabber.
Poor guy. But then they mention, this is kind of like a fritter. And he's like, ooh, okay.
Speaking his language.
And then when they go to give it to him, Huell puts the fork out, and he has the lady with the tongs try to balance the fritter.
She pulls
on the
it
white
off,
fork.
though. She pulls it off.
She does. It's teamwork for sure.
Fritter balancer.
Oh, man. Let's see.
So, Huell, I mean, we kind of leave the sweet shop at about this time, and we go back over to Palms to meet another super nice couple.
Mm-hmm.
And who are these? What was
this
up with them?
Rayo.
Yeah.
And she has a heavy accent, so I think it's Becky. I first heard Bucky, as in Bucky Lazick.
Yeah.
But it's Becky and Rayo.
Mm-hmm.
They drove down from 30 minutes away, they say.
Yeah. Which in
La
LA
Crescenta,
terms, is that
I don't think I don't know. To be honest, 30 minutes going from Rosedale to the east side is 30 minutes, so I don't know.
Not right now.
That's true. You could fly.
Yeah.
Well, they're from La Crescenta, right? So like Flint Ridge area.
Yeah.
And they made the commute, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're passing a lot of excellent restaurants on the way there.
That's the dilemma. That's always the dilemma.
Yeah.
You want to go to the destination, but what if there are other places along the way? And the whole time that he's interviewing Rayo and Becky, you can see Thai Elvis just hanging outside by himself outside of the Palms.
Just as cool as can be.
And then Huell notices, like, oh, there's Thai Elvis again. Maybe we should go talk to him again. Oh, is that Sam? And then Sam's is out here?
Yeah, Sam's is brought back in. And he's always he's just a booster for Thai Town.
Mm-hmm.
Because he mentions how and I forget the congressperson's name. Dang it. Forget her name.
Mm-hmm.
But he was actually served on the committee that got Thai Town established.
Oh. So he's like a pillar of the community.
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
Okay. Well, cool. Hopefully he's still around and like doing his thing, and because the Palms moved, I assume an upgrade.
Yeah, right by a storage facility.
So
it looks really nice. Mm-hmm. It's all updated. So
our final kind of stop, Jet takes us over to what like the Thai people's Thai restaurant kind of a deal. Is that
he says that he says like none of that Westerner stuff, No, he doesn't say that, but it's like a hardcore Thai place, which also is still there.
Oh, really?
If you ever want to go,
like in the same spot?
Yep.
Oh, what's this one called?
This is called Hollywood Thai.
Hollywood Thai. Okay.
So I have a thing for it. Do you notice anything about the cars?
They are all backed in.
They're backed in. Yeah. Dude, T. Elvis backed in.
Yeah.
These cars backed in. Yeah, I don't know.
So, okay. We're going to get it sidetracked as usual. Backing in of a spot. Sometimes, always, or never. What do you think?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
The only time I'm ever backed into a spot is if I pull through another spot.
There you go. All right,
So
I'm with you on
that's
that.
That's kind of my thing.
So I know some people are just that way. They want to do it. That's how they learn. Whatever it is, fine. If it's a, kind of the spots are whatever, like perpendicular to the center line.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a slanted spot, like a one-way, like, you go to like a Best Buy or something, like a big parking lot or Target or something, and they're the 45-degree spots, and you can only go one way.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking backing in that way? Because then you got to like whip yourself around to get out. Like there's no advantage. Stop doing that.
It's true. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, perfect time to pause it.
I know what's coming.
Okay. So for me, I mean, so I don't know anyone who's familiar with Bakersfield, but Eastchester, which is sort of we'll see after this economic situations happens what it looks like. Yeah. Eastchester. So in front of Cafe Smitten on 19th Street, there are those parking spots where you have to back in diagonally.
Yeah.
And that caused a huge stink around town.
Because like when you see it at first, like I remember like hearing about it and understanding it totally. Like as soon as I saw, I think it was on the news before I had ever seen it in person. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But as soon as you pull up towards Cafe Smitten on 18th and the spots are all opposite of what you're used to seeing, yeah, it don't make no sense. And it would be pretty... It seems logical that you would just cross over into oncoming traffic that way, but don't do that.
Well, and I get it too, because it's 35 plus or 35 miles an hour right there. You don't want someone to back up diagonally to the street, so it's safer. Yeah. So I get all that, but it's still
it looks wonky.
It looks trippy. Yeah. So yeah, all these cars are backed in, and we get to meet the owner.
Yep.
Or I think one of the owners, maybe she is the sole owner. I don't remember. But she seems very nice. And Jet refers to this as the full Thai experience. Okay.
Like you get full off this food?
You get so full.
Yeah.
And you're fully immersed in Thai culture. Although my man here with the Xbox shirt on. Dude, is he slamming a Corona?
Totally. He's got a Corona. He's got an Xbox shirt. There's like his friend next to him has a New York Fire Department shirt. Like this is an interesting crowd until we get to the band in the back, which
I'm gonna let you take this away.
I mean, Thai Elvis is cool. I get it's a gimmick. It's cool. It's fun. I would actually go listen to this very interesting sounding kind of Thai pop band.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it's like, I don't know. I guess it's almost like a Thai version of kind of like the Carpenters.
Yeah, I can see that.
And
I just want to be the guy in the maroon shirt, just lightly snapping.
Because there's like a drum machine going, and someone's playing the keyboards, and the woman's singing. But his job, he's got a microphone. I'm hoping he gets to sing sometimes too, but he's just snapping into the microphone. It's so good.
Oh man, but that's kind of how they send us out, huh?
That's the end. Yeah, the credits start rolling over this band, and that's like our outro song.
Man,
and that's
so
it. That's
what do you think?
Town. This was definitely a top 20 episode, I'd say.
Yeah.
Top 10. I mean, there's some like rarefied air in there. But
that's a second.
This song is long too. I didn't realize it.
Yeah, no, it keeps going for sure.
Wow. So that's another one in the books, huh?
Yeah. Episode 75.
Yeah. So we didn't talk about what we're going to do next week yet.
Yeah.
So I thought,
I
mean, we can stop it now if you want, but I say we just figure it out right now, just on this show.
Oh, on the show.
Yeah, because you can see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see yours. Yep.
Okay. So you're gonna have to remind me because your memory is proving to be better than mine these days. But I was flipping through, kind of like the late '90s era. Because when did we leave off? Like 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
96, yeah.
Almost like 99 through 2009 era. And there's a couple classics, at least like to me, and I think you. There's some like specific ones to us. There's the Monarchs one, which is the Pismo Monarchs, which I actually used some of his reactions to that in our intro song, like the little montage thing, as well as the Pismo Clams episode. So those are two I noticed, and then there was... Where was it? Okay. Have you ever seen this Ladybugs one?
I don't think so. Not that I remember.
Okay. It is... I haven't watched it in a while, but it was very funny to me back in the day. Like, because have you ever gone to like the garden center at Home Depot or something and seen that you can buy like a little plastic container full of ladybugs? Did it ever like occur to you to think where those were coming from?
Like who farms them?
Or like, yeah, exactly. Are they farmed? Are they caught? Like what's happening?
Yeah. I never thought about it. That's funny. I
hadn't either till I saw this. It's weird. It's not like funny, really. It's just like kind of. It's weird. I don't even know how else to say it. But so those are a couple I noticed. Did you have any like in mind or anything?
Go up a little bit. The 9,000. The Catalina Arabian Ranch.
I don't even remember that one.
It's a fun one. Let me see. I'm just looking at these guys. This is too much pressure.
It's fine. We can just change our minds later too.
That's true. Well, let's go with the ladybugs then.
Ladybugs.
If you have the, that's your hunch. Be a good episode. Let's do it.
Okay, so ladybugs, and then Pismo Clams is a favorite. The reason I wanted you to jog my memory is we didn't already do anything like about this, right? Like we've just kind of referenced it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I say ladybugs next week, and then unless you think of something or like go through these and see something else. Oh man, there's some other like Trees of Mystery. It's one of my favorite places in the world. Well, in California.
Well, we're gonna have to
Moon Trees. That's a good one too. Okay.
Let's go with ladybugs. Let's go with the.
We'll go with ladybugs, and then we'll talk about other weeks to come later.
Okay, that sounds good.
So, yeah, here we go.
I was going to say, before we go, anyone... So I really liked when we did the, someone, it's their name and where they're from, and like an introduction. So anyone who's interested, just shoot us over I don't know if that's even a saying. Just send us like an MP3 or some voice recording to our email.
Lob us over an email.
At huellsgold@gmail.com, and we will put you on the show.
Yeah, just say who you are, where you're from, and just our intro, like, and here's Huell's Gold. Welcome to Huell's Gold. Whatever, like, just make it your own.
Yep.
Don't tell us your like social security number or anything. Keep your privacy, but first name's good, I guess. Yeah, that would be cool. Because we had all our friends and family do it, and then we kind of ran out of those. So we need strangers.
Yeah, we do. So I think that'd be cool if we can get some more of those.
For sure.
So anyone who's interested, just send it on over.
Uh-huh.
That's all I got.
Same here, man. I mean, we only live like 10 blocks away from each other, but has it been like pouring rain the whole time over there?
It has, yeah.
Gosh. Well, on that note, I'm just wondering because like it's really loud outside this window. So if you've been hearing it the whole time, sorry.
No, I think you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it for this time, and you should join us again next week and every week as we continue our search for
Huell's Gold.